Hi, I'm Minister Beatrice. Welcome to Best Life Wellness. Today I'll be discussing habits. We all have them, some good, some bad, and we all have habits we would like to change. So I'll be right back. After my intro, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Welcome back. So today I'm going to discuss with you tiny habits for big results. We don't have to take big, bold steps to make changes in our habits. In fact, smaller change and marginal change is more sustainable than big changes. So, sometimes we would like to work out, but we're thinking we have to work out for an hour and we get stressed out about it. We never could find the time in our day to put in for, long workouts. So we end up not working out at all. And so away with go big or go home, because going big over and over again leads to burnout. So let's talk about small marginal changes and how habits are formed. And I'm going to be talking to you, giving you information that I received from this book that I'm reading. The book is called Atomic Habits, and it's by James Clear. I'm not sure if you can see the title of that, Atomic Habits by James Clear. And he has a lot of information in this book, as well as biblical information that I'm going to be sharing with you on how God would like for us to change and how we can change through God. The information in this book is profound. So a lot of information on this channel is going to be from books that I read, some of the things that I studied and learned. So I'm not going to be giving you everything straight from me. It's going to be from the things that I've learned from what I read and studied. So let's just start off with a scripture. So Mark 1:35. In the early morning, while it was still dark, Jesus got up, left the house, and went away to a secluded place and was praying there. So that was a habit of Jesus to get up early in the morning while everyone else is asleep, while it was still dark, to pray. And throughout the Bible, you will see that he went away to pray because he needed to hear from God and to have some guidance in his life and throughout the day. When he had decisions to make, he prayed about it. So that's one of the habits that we all should have that will help us change our bad habits, praying to God and getting assistance from the Holy Spirit when it comes to change. In the book Atomic Habits, James tells us about marginal changes. He said that if you make a good change or a marginal change 1% of the day, by the end of the year, you will have changed 37% to doing something good. 37% by the end of the year. So 1% of your day is 14.4 minutes. In the 14 minutes a day of doing something positive and making a change, it could be preparing a healthy meal that you can take to lunch so you won't buy fast food. The 14 minutes could include exercising. It could include journaling. It can include prayer time. So your 14 minutes doesn't have to be done all at one time. It don't have to be 14 straight minutes. But throughout the day, just make sure you remember the 14 minutes of doing something positive. And if you do that every day, by the end of the year, you will have improved your life by 37%. And I think we all could do that. 14 minutes is not a lot of time. So I have notes in front of me because I have some very important information to share with you, and I don't want to forget anything. So I want to stay on track. So habits are formed in the brain. God created a very, very dynamic organ in our body. It's called the brain, and the brain is capable of doing a lot of things. But one of the things that the brain does is create and form these habits. And the habit comes from our actions. Habits are formed in the brain, and it comes from repeating something enough that it becomes automatic. Repeating something so many times that you do it automatically without even thinking about it. So, but we want to do that. We want to do positive things. We want to form tiny habits, good habits that we can form using our powerful brain that God gave us that will improve our life and help us to have our best life, help us to live our best life. Sometimes we are wondering, why we can't, why we can't do the things that we plan on doing. You know, if you're ever wondering, why don't I save money like I said I was going to save money? Why can I lose weight when I said that I'm going to lose weight? Why can't I start that business? What is stopping me? So, four things that the book lists is the reason why we cannot follow through with the things we really want to do. Is we want to create these habits, we want to do these things, but in order to do it, we have to make it obvious. We have to make the change attractive. We had to make the change easy, and we had to make the change satisfying. And when we think about the change, say for example, losing weight, sometimes we have like 100 pounds to lose, 50 pounds to lose, even 20 pounds to lose, and we think of it as being hard. So it's not obvious, it's not attractive, it's not easy. But if we think about weight loss, that all we have to lose is 1 pound. And then after we lose that 1 pound, we have another 1 pound to lose. And we're not looking at the 100 pounds, the 50 pounds, the 20 pounds, but we're just looking at the 1 pound. Then that may be more easier for us to um, see that we can sustain that we can, 1 pound is not hard to lose. So when a habit is formed, it's formed in our brain because we have cues, we have cravings, we have responses, and we have rewards, all coming from the book. Cues, craving, responses, and rewards. I'm going to read some examples of cues from the book um, that created these habits in our lives. And you're going to be surprised. Some of these cues or some of these responses and some of these cravings and rewards are something that you do every day. So I was shocked when I read the book. I was like, this man like is in my house. I had to change my habits when I read this book and change some of the cues and responses and cravings and rewards. So let me just go to the book. I was so surprised when I read some of these. So um, a cue could be your phone buzzes with a new text. That's the cue. The craving, you want to look at the text message. You crave to see what that text message is, who is it from. You can be very busy doing something important, but your phone gave you that warning that somebody texted you, and now that's your cue. So now your craving is to see who texted you. Your response is you grab your phone, and your reward is you read the text message, and you seen who the text message was from, and so now you're satisfied. Um, so another cue could be you're answering emails. You begin to feel stressed out because you're at work, the emails is a problem. You bite your nails is your response. And you're satisfied your craving by biting your nails. I mean, by easing your stress. This is the one that was me. I was so shocked. This was exactly what I did, every single part of it. You hit your alarm, your phone goes off, you hit your alarm. You get After you hit your alarm, you get your phone, you turn the alarm off, and then you check your phone. You check your phone for any text messages that you may have received. You may even go to Facebook and see if anything new was posted overnight. Then you get up and go in the bathroom and you step on the scale. This is something that I did every single morning. I turn off my alarm, I check my phone, I stepped on the scale. And so you're satisfied because you did those things in a row, you know. So I no longer do that. I changed it from I check my phone. I turn off my alarm and I hit my knees and I thank God for another morning. I get up and I leave my room and go into my prayer room. I do not check my phone. I do not check Facebook. I do not check text messages. I go straight into my prayer room. for prayer, or I go in the basement for exercising. I completely changed that habit. Some people may have a habit of they're at work. Here go one. You hit a stumbling block at work. That's your cue. You feel stuck and you want to relieve the frustration. That's the craving. You pull out your phone and you check social media and you start looking at TikTok or something like that on social media. That's your response. And your reward is you're satisfied, you're craving to feel relieved by checking your social media. And so some of those things are things that we do, and we do it automatically. We do it every day, and our brain has created this habit, and to relieve us of the stress and frustration. So one of the things that can help us change our habits is you take an existing habit and you do an overhaul of your existing habit. So my existing habit was wake up, turn off my alarm, check my phone, and get on the scale. And so now I overhauled that by waking up, turn off my alarm, getting on my knees, praying, skipping the scale, skipping the text messages and Facebook, and going straight to doing something positive like prayer and working out. So you can make it easy. So let's talk about something, for example, that you might want to change. Let's say exercising. You might want to start working out. So we're going to use exercising as an example. So you can make exercising obvious by placing workout clothes next to your keys. It's like you see the workout clothes next to your keys on your way out the door, and you know that's something you're going to do today at some point. So that's making it obvious. To make it attractive, you can start working out by just moving your body in a meaningful way. So instead of thinking you got to work out for an hour in the gym, lifting weights and jumping on a treadmill, something you hate, you can make it attractive by dancing. Turn on some praise music or some music that you like that makes you move your body, and you can begin working out just by dancing. You can make it easy by committing to 5 minutes per day, building up from there. The Bible tells us, do not despise small beginnings. You don't have to go big or go home. You don't have to do it all at once. You don't have to lose all your weight in a week. You can just start off small and build from there. There are great rewards in just being consistent. So taking a slower approach, one that emphasizes small steps, gives you better results than jumping into a workout for an hour. What happens is you may work out an hour today, work out an hour tomorrow, work out an hour the next day, but then you're burnt out. And then you just give up. And then it's not sustainable. So small habits done consistently each day equal big rewards down the line. So most people, so let me give you this example. This is something that was in the book, and I was just like shocked when I saw it. So in the book, it says, if you offer somebody $1 million or a penny doubled for 30 days, what would the person usually take? And so everybody would say, give me the $1 million. I mean, I'll take the $1 million instead of giving me a penny every single day. And that penny doubles day 1, then it doubles day 2, then it doubles day 3, all the way up to 30 days. Everybody wants that instant gratification. But the truth is, if you took the penny that doubled every day for 30 days, you would have $5.3 million. And because we are people who want everything instantly, and because we are people who don't trust the process and want it all now, we don't understand that you can have $5.3 million instead of just $1 million if you just wait 30 days. And the same thing when you're making a change and you're trying to create a habit. You may start off doing your habit really good, a good habit for 3 days. And because you don't see your results right away, you may go back into your bad habits. So I want to encourage you to stick with it. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. You can create good habits. You can train your brain to create good habits. I'm going to go back to the cues and the response and the reward thing that I was talking about earlier. Like, for example, suppose a sport game is coming on that you love. You love watching sports. It's a playoff games. And what you used to do was you go shopping for all these snack foods to eat while you're watching the game, because that's what you normally does. And so now you've been living your best life, and you've been, trying not to snack as much. And then down the line, one of your teams are playing in the playoffs, and your first thought is, I have to go get some snacks. So if you prepare yourself in advance, create some healthy snacks, a fruit salad or some vegetables that will prevent you, if you go to this, prevent you from purchasing all of those negative foods that's helping you, not helping you at all, that's making you go back on your commitment to change your lifestyle. Just start creating good habits and tell yourself, I'm not getting the cake and ice cream. I'm going to get the fruit and vegetables. So after you create your habits, your cues can be, after my current habit, I will my new habit. So for example, after I wake up, which is something that you do, your current habit, I will get on my knees or just sit up in the bed and thank God for another day. I will not do what I would normally do after I wake up, get on my phone. So, so in order to create habits that's long lasting, you have to overhaul your bad habits. So one of the things you can do, and I keep going back to exercising because I believe exercising is one of the things that we can do in our lives, along with prayer and spending time with the Lord, to prolong our life. Exercising will prolong your life and help you to live your best life. So one of the things you can do, a habit that you may have now, after I come home from work, I take off my work clothes and I sit on the couch. You can change that. After I come home from work, I take off my work clothes and I put on my workout clothes and I go straight to exercising. So we all are capable of changing our habits, one step at a time, one tiny habit at a time. 14.4 minutes a day doing something positive to change the bad habits to good habits will increase will make a positive response in your life 37% every year. And that adds up. It may be small to you. 1 pound at a time may be small. 1 pound per week may be small, but after 4 weeks, 4 pounds. After 8 weeks, 8 pounds. And you're heading toward reaching your goals. You're heading toward doing what God called you to do. If God called you to write a book, write a page. God called you to start a business, start researching in the area where you want to start your business. So I'm hoping that this little tidbit of habits, tiny habits forming into good habits, I hope it helped you. Thank you for joining me.